Then, all at once, I saw the keeper turn away his head to inspect the wood behind him. My father saw it too. Quick as a flash, he pulled the bag of raisins out of his pocket and tipped the whole lot into the palm of his right hand. "Dad," I whispered, "don't!" But with a great sweep of the arm, he flung the entire handful way over the bushes into the clearing. They fell with a soft little patter, like raindrops on dry leaves, and every single pheasant in the place must have heard them fall. There was a flurry of wings and a rush to find the treasure. The keeper's head flicked round as though there were a spring inside his neck. The birds were all pecking away madly at the raisins. The keeper took 2 quick paces forward, and for a moment I thought he was going to investigate. But then he stopped, and his face came up, and his eyes began travelling slowly round the edge of the clearing. "Lie down flat," my father whispered. "Don't move an inch." I flattened my body against the ground. "Don't you love this?" my father whispered to me. I didn't dare answer him. We lay there for what seemed like 100 years. At last I heard my father whisper, "Panic's over. Follow me, Danny, but be extra careful. He's still there." He started crawling away quickly on his hands and knees. I went after him. We went along on our hands and knees for about 100 yards. "Now run," my father said. We got to our feet and ran, and a few minutes later we came out through the hedge into the lovely open safety of the cart track. "It went marvellously," my father said, breathing heavily. His face was scarlet and glowing with triumph. "Did the keeper see us?" I asked. "Not on your life. And in a few minutes the sun will be going down, and the birds will all be flying up to roost, and that keeper will be sloping off home to his supper. Then all we got to do is go back in again and help ourselves." He sat down on the grassy bank below the hedge. I sat down close to him. He put an arm round my shoulders and gave me a hug. "You did well, Danny. I'm right proud of you." We sat on the grassy bank below the hedge, waiting for darkness to fall. "You could offer me anywhere in the world at this moment," my father said, "and I wouldn't go." His whole face was glowing with happiness. "We did it, Danny. We pulled it off. Doesn't that make you feel good?" "Terrific. But it was a bit scary while it lasted." "Ah, but that's what poaching's all about. It scares the pants off us. That's why we love it. Look, there's a hawk." I looked where he was pointing, and saw a kestrel hawk hovering superbly in the darkening sky above the ploughed field across the track. "It's his last chance for supper tonight," my father said. "He'd be lucky if he sees anything now." "How long does a sleeping bell take to work?" "I don't know the answer to that one," my father said. "I imagine it's about half an hour." "It might be different with pheasants, though, Dad." "It might. We got to wait a while anyway to give the keepers time to go home. They'll be off as soon as it gets dark. I brought an apple for each of us," he added, fishing into one of his pockets. We sat there munching away. "Look out," he whispered sharply. "There's someone coming." End of Side 2.